Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on...
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stop for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. There's Chris Olave. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them, because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The Saints at 12-3 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now. And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Benjamin. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 4. He doubled down. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. The left side complete to Troutman. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Tannehill. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 22 carries for an even 100 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Fields on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas from 13 yards out. And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Haskins trying to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, they'll stick with Haskins. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They run it with Ward. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Tannehill. That's complete to Ward. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Trying to get that one to Chris Olave, and it's 3rd down and 2. Here's Fields. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
P-Ride is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Michael P-Ryan who finished it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Tannehill. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. On the return, Hardy. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down throw. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. A shotgun snap. Fields. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A 10th carry for Kamara. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Fields. Flush to his right. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
On the ground, Benjamin. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Benjamin, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The end result, 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here's Johnson now, the fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Fields firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Fields. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. And the catch made by Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Back to throw, Tannehill. Finding Ertz again. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. T. Higgins, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Fields. They'll get this out to Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Again, they keep it on the ground, and again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10. Fields again. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Again, Fields. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On second down, Kamara. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 19. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Fields, and he's got his big tight end here. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Back to throw. Fields. Complete to Olave on the out route. Touchdown! Chris Olave from 8 yards out. And the Saints open the lead up to 34-0. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. How can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
On first down, Fields. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They run it again with Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Fields. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it is 42-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
From the 27, Tannehill over the middle into the hands of Burks. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 4. Tannehill. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Now it's another carry for the fullback Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill gets this to Ertz. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Tannehill on first down. On the out route, he's got Burks. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Tannehill's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Now we give to the first man through, and that's Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take it. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Titans are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Gonzalez good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Again, it's Kamara. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good play.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans,
they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.